Today I'll be sitting down with the gorgeous ChloeChanel, who owns the prestigious women's wear brand, Mama's Boutique.
Hi! Hey, Bobby.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, you look sexy.
You too. What are you wearing?
Mama's Boutique, obviously. What is the name of this one, this particular fit?
That one is called the Target jumpsuit.
Okay, I feel very sexy
Yeah,
in this
girl.
one. This is do you know what? I saw the picture of you in it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I need to get my hands on this one because that picture was powerful. It like
Took a
resonated
lot.
with my soul. I was like, wow,
I'm
her
happy.
body.
Yours.
Fine.
You know?
Should we get some drinks?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Hi. How's your day though? How's your day been?
Busy.
Really? What have you
Yeah.
been doing?
Working, and then you
I know.
reminded me.
I know.
And I would have forgot. I would have just been in bed.
I would have called you, like, said,
I've
like,
been
babe,
like-
where are you? And you're like, at home. Why?
Yeah, that's literally what I would have said.
Like, you'd have been like, what do you mean?
When you told me, I was taking my plats out. You was like, Chloe's today. I was like, okay, so I'm a head out. I'm a head out.
Because when you were like, when you see me with my 2 plats, I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you soon.
I was
then.
just thinking, what the hell
What's
am I
she
going to do?
talking?
What am I going to do? And I was
Oh, we're
thinking,
here.
you got to get there.
Yeah, no, thank you though. I feel like we're gonna have like a really, really amazing comeback.
I'm actually excited for you to do these shots because you've been talking shit. No,
Cheers.
I just do it to be a team player.
I'm gonna die today.
Do you know what's weird? Every place is does them differently.
This is the only way I've seen.
One, I've never seen it like this.
What?
This is
So
really
what does it
dark.
normally look
So
like?
this is really dark. Usually they're lighter, and then this got the is it passion fruit?
Okay.
Yeah, it's got the passion fruit
Oh
in
wait,
it.
wait. Was it? That's what it had
it's
earlier.
yeah.
No, it had. But it was like this. It was like weird like this.
What, like burnt?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
I've
no,
never
the,
had
the
no.
one they had
Wait,
earlier
I'm
was
gonna
definitely like
taste
this.
it.
It's nice though.
Take my
ish.
thoughts.
Kind of. Thank you. Okay, so what do you agree? We're gonna take the
Okay,
shot.
no, you have to wait in this because that's not strong. That's why you don't feel no type of way. If you go to
That is strong.
no, it's not. We went to I can't remember a restaurant, but I went with Maya and that,
Yeah.
and we had so many of them. Well, maybe a bit too much, but
That's why you fell away.
no, they were strong.
Oh well.
Were you putting it in there last time?
Mm-mm.
You were,
Oh.
and then,
Oh.
ooh,
Okay, let's cheers to that and go have a seat. Let's do this.
let's go.
Let's go. Okay. That's how we're drinking. Is the drink hitting you at all? No? Is the drink hitting you at all? No, not at all. You know what I'm interested to know? How did Mama's Boutique come to play? Like in the very, very beginning.
So I was walking,
Yeah.
then I started breathing. No, I'm joking. So no, I'm just joking. So basically, it was never meant to be a business.
Okay.
That was never the plan. Well, there was never a plan.
Yeah.
So me, my best friend, Hope, her sister, and my other best friend,
Hope is your business partner.
yeah, we used to design clothes all the time, like for ourselves,
Yeah.
to go out in.
Oh, I love that.
And then we designed I want to say my 20th birthday dress. And like I had all these things, but it was like I seen all these different dresses. I seen some part of it on like Versace runway. I seen some of it from like on Instagram, like all these different things. So I put the dress all together in the one dress, and we made it. And then I think I posted on my Instagram. But these times, like this is like 2014, 15.
Okay.
So Instagram wasn't like that at the time. It was just
Yeah.
like sharing loved
I
ones.
went all the way, I went all the way down your Instagram page because I actually remember like very beginning. I've seen these pictures like,
Really?
ooh, hello, body.
Yeah,
I proper
so then I
remember
posted that for my birthday, like
Yeah.
me in the dress, and then like girls would message on the picture like, oh, like where can I buy this? And I was like, oh, we made it, like it's not
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then a couple girls DM me. I remember one was called Georgia, and then she DM me. They DM me. I just
Why
remember,
Georgia?
I remember names.
You remember her specific
Yeah, like random
Georgia.
people's orders. I just always remember.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, like I don't care. I just wanna. Can I buy it? So I was like.
Wow.
Okay, so we was literally sat in the room and we was like, alright, let's just come up with a random price. So we came up with the random price of £85, I think it was.
Wow.
So we sold it for £85.
Yeah.
And then we basically, with that £85, we bought £85 worth of fabric.
Oh my god.
So then that allowed us to at least make like, is it 20 dresses?
Yeah.
Or
But
something.
you were designing the dresses.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. We were just designing for us.
For yourselves.
So then, like, we were selling them, like, on the side, just from my, like, Instagram via PayPal.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, let's make an Instagram. So we made an Instagram. Then we shot the pictures on
What
Hopes.
about the name though, Mama's Boutique? Like when you made the Instagram.
So basically, like I said, it was never we didn't take it serious, but we never thought it'd amount to anything. So when we named it that, it was literally because it was done. Everything was done under Hope's mama's house. So like we picked and packed from there. We designed from there. Like we took the pictures in there. Everything was done under her mum's house. So we kept. It just made sense at the time. So we just named it that. And then we made it Instagram. We took the pictures on her on about like her landing. Yeah. On her white wall. She had one white wall, so we took all the pictures there. Yeah. And then we just started posting them. And then all the designs that we had made over the years, we just put them on the Instagram, and they just started selling. And we was just like maybe we're onto something here. And then that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that £85 got us here.
Wait, how old were you at that point when you were first
20.
So when you were 20, were you at uni at this point, or you?
No.
What was life like then for you?
So I finished college. Yeah. And then everyone was doing like their what is it, UCAS?
Yeah.
So everyone was doing that, and then I was like, I thought I wanted to be a journalist, and I thought I wanted to be a therapist, and before that I used to dance, and I had all these things, and I was like, I don't want to be a therapist because I have my own problems.
I'm not sorted yet.
I don't want to be a journalist because, oh God's mother, I don't care about your problem. Like I don't know. I just was like, I don't care about gossip. Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to be a journalist because that's what you do. You get into. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So then I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna do it because everyone else was so certain about what they wanted to do. Yeah. So then I left college. I finished it, sorry, and then I went to work. I think I was working in House of Fraser, and then I did that for like a year, and then Mama's Boutique started.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was just like, okay, I always know like I'm really creative, like I'm good with colours, I'm good with things that visually, like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, you always like that though, from childhood.
Always, like my dad paints, my brother can draw, like I've always been in that kind of
world.
100%. So creativity just made sense to me. So then when I did it, it was just like, it didn't feel like work, it just felt like this is what I'm doing. I like it anyway.
Was there quite a lot of access for you in Bristol? Because you grew up in Bristol, right?
Yeah, well, Bristol is like a really creative place, like in the sense of like, there's so many arty places that like, it's like, I feel like it's like Shoreditch, but just spread out.
Really?
If that makes sense. Like there's loads of art everywhere, like, and it's taken serious. Like it's not like, do you know what I mean? It's like art, like it's like that kind of thing.
Do you think it's the same way in London?
Yeah, 100%.
Or was it more in London, or was it more in Bristol?
I would say like, well, Bristol's smaller. Do you know what I mean? So, kind of, but then London's more opportunity based, so it makes sense to kind of be here.
When you create some of the dresses, like what I'm wearing right now, this gorgeous piece, what kind of like keeps you creatively alive?
What, like in the sense of the like design process?
Design process. Like, what is your design process?
Like, I do look at things that I do like and I see and I'm like, okay, cool.
This is cool.
But I don't really vibe off that. I vibe off of fabric, so I'll test fabrics first. Okay. Because I'll see a fabric. I remember one time we literally designed a whole collection and Hope's like, Chloe, no more. You're designing no more. I was like, Hope, I'm in the fabric shop. One more. Like, this fabric, I know what it's gonna do.
This is the one.
I'm telling you, I'm explaining to her on the phone, like, it's gonna have a zip here and this there. And she's like, Chloe, this is the last one. Because she's like the calculated one, the wise one.
You're the creative one.
Yeah, I'm like the risk taker, like, I'll try anything. So she kind of brings me back down to earth and levels me a little bit, and I kind of let her kind of go a bit more into the fantasy world. Do you know what I'm saying? So we kind of work well together.
I love that.
So I would say, like, when I see fabrics, that's a big thing. And just like the shape of people's bodies, like, I'm like, okay, cool. I know what, like, I don't know, I feel like I just have a vision for what makes sense. Like, I'll put, like, I might see like 7 different things, and one might be a dress, one might be a building, one might be like the way a mirror is cut, or something like that, and I'll just like create off of those things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And then I also think, okay, in the past what we've designed, what do people like? Or I'll know, okay, cool, maybe they don't like things so low cut, so I won't create a lot of stuff that's so low cut, or I might do like 20/80 or something like that. So I try and work it out by like what people tend to buy and kind of things like that as well. But I always try and create things that they wouldn't necessarily sway towards. Like when I made the Muji dress, the one that's the iridescent one, I was like, oh, girl's really gonna wear iridescent? But then I thought, nah, because if it's done correctly, like it has rouges on it, so you know, if you've got a bit of a fupa, it's covering that. And then it's also making you look curvy. And then like in pictures, I know the pictures are going to be banging. And then the boobs, like the straps, you can't see like the, what is it, they're transparent. So it makes you look like you've got nothing on, it's just flowing. So I kind of just go for it like that, really.
Do you know what's so interesting is I remember one of the first time I met you was when I went to a show you were talking at in like 2016, I want to say.
Is that when it was?
And I think what was it called? The
Girl Boss.
Girl Boss. And I was like, oh my god, you just sounded so passionate. And the way you're talking right now, when you talk about fabrics and stuff, you just sound so passionate about, you know, what you do. How do you think you got to that point, or do you think you've just always had that passion for being creative or for fashion from the beginning?
I mean, in school I used to leave science from year 9 to go to art. Like, I never went to science in year 10 or 11, and I left midway through year 9.
Yeah.
And I felt like when I was in art, I feel like it just made sense. Like, I knew what I was doing. Like, even if I didn't know, I knew I would find a way. So it all made sense in that sector. And then I feel like it's just followed on, like, in my adult life, if that makes sense.
Okay. What were you like as a child? Like, what was childhood, like, Chloe like? Are you the same?
What age are we talking about
We're
here?
talking, like, secondary school, primary school. I feel like those two stages in your life, you're different.
Do you know
Quite
what?
different.
I feel like I don't really remember primary school.
Really?
No.
Secondary school?
Primary school, I feel like I was just, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm quite good at blocking out certain things.
Okay.
I don't know why that is, but I don't really remember it. But secondary school, I felt like when I started secondary school, because my primary school was so good that you weren't judged. Like, in Bristol, I feel like anyway, and I was having this conversation with Maya the other day, like, because no one cares about how you look, you're forced to have a good personality, if that makes sense. Like, you don't, like, you're not, like,
That
no
is
one,
not London at
like,
all.
no one really cared. Like,
Bloody
if
hell.
you were a dickhead and you were pretty in school,
You're just a dickhead.
yeah, that's just it. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really a thing. So you were kind of forced to find a personality or be a nicer person, if that makes sense. So in secondary school, when I started, I felt like I was, like I said, I had a really good primary school. So I came on, I always remember my mum was like to me, Chloe, secondary school is not the same as primary school. It's a lot more bitchy. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. Like, primary school was great. Like, everyone was nice. And then I got to secondary school and I was the same person, like, quite bubbly, like, outspoken. Like, I was like, I had a lot of confidence. Like, I danced.
Yeah.
Like, I was always doing things like that. I made loads of friends and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I was in year 7, the school that I was at the time, I was bullied. So I feel like when that happened, yeah. So I feel like when that happened,
Oh.
and ooh,
Thank you.
thank you. Oh, I love these.
They're so good.
I actually
They're
get
so
these on
good.
Deliveroo.
Do you?
Yeah, and I've never
From
had
here?
them here. Yeah.
From VQ, you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, living your best life then. Yeah, no, they're so good. Where'd you get them with, though?
Does that?
And sauce.
No, we're good, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
They're so good. But yeah, you were...
Actually, live. Come here. Another mayonnaise, please.
You're killing me. Yeah.
Um,
So you were bullied in year
Yeah.
7.
Year
Was it year
7?
7 you said, yeah?
And I was bullied in year
these
7.
are hot.
Isn't it? That's what I was like.
Wow.
I was bullied in year 7.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get it because I was thinking, thank you.
No worries.
Like, I haven't even really spoken to you enough for you to know me, to judge me, to not like me. Do you know what I'm saying?
What were they bullying you for, though? What was...
Because, well, the only thing that was ever really brought to my attention was, it was like, what race I was. Because when I was in school, in
Yeah.
Bristol anyway, at that time, if I can remember, like, don't quote me on it, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was a lot of mixed minorities. Not
Okay.
not white and black.
Yeah.
But my mum's obviously Pakistani and Indian. So that was a thing. So I
And
get
your dad
called
is?
Jamaican.
Okay.
So I get called every name under the sun to do with being like a Pakistani Indian.
Wow.
That was a big problem.
Wow.
And then like I don't know, I've tried really hard to be their friends and it was just really
Yeah.
horrible. Like one of them cut my hair in DT. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then my
What?
mum was mad at me and I was like, bro, I didn't cut.
What?
Yeah, so I used to like, they cut it.
Yeah.
But because my hair was really curly when I was younger, so they cut it, but they pulled it and then cut it and then it sprung back up here. So then my mum's best friend's a hairdresser, so I used to slick it, so obviously you couldn't tell because it had so much gel in it. But when she was
Yeah.
cutting my hair, she was like, Yasmin! And I was like, no. And then she told my mum. So that was a bit of a thing. And it was just always like, nothing I did was right. It was like, I remember one time I went into school, it was summer, so I had on a skirt, and then it was like, oh my god, like your legs are like over creamed and this, and I was just thinking,
How does your
what
leg...
do you not want me to
but
do?
how does your leg come out looking over cream?
I
What do you
don't
actually
know.
mean by that? Who says that?
I don't know, and then it was just like,
That is toxic.
I don't know, it just got really intense. Like they would say
Yeah.
things like, if you killed yourself, it wouldn't really matter because no one would notice. So I just thought, and at that age, I think not everybody now. Well, you're 12 in year 7, isn't it? 11, 12. And then I think at that age, you're quite absorbent. So like
everything,
you'll take on what people say a lot more than like I will now. Like my tolerance for like bullshit now is like whatever. Whereas then I feel like, you know, you go home and you're like, so no one would care. Okay.
What?
Okay, cool. And this is really bad, and I feel like maybe I was really impressionable, but I watched the documentary, it was Lisa Left Eyes on MTV, and she was telling how she's suicidal and all these things, and she slit her wrist. So I seen that, and then I went to DT, and can you remember them sharp pens that you used to get in DT that would cut like wood?
Yeah.
I just took it home and I just
What, with the intention, or like just because?
Not the intention to go the full mile, but it just made me feel like, I don't know, it was just like, that's what I felt like when I would do it.
Wow.
And then it was summer, and I think I had a coat on in my car.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a coat on in my car. My mum's like my mum's best friend was like, take your jacket off, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. And she's like, nah, take your jacket off, and I was like, nah, I'm cool. And she's like, take your jacket off. So I took it off, and then obviously they seen it, and then my dad was just like, bless him, he was just like, either you go to school and you put up a fight, or we're gonna fight. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I went to school and I just used to fight all the time. Like I just wouldn't have it anymore.
So then you became more aggressive?
Yeah, I felt like for a while I was just a lot more aggressive. Like I just wasn't taking no one's shit. And then I moved schools and I went to another school, and then everyone was really nice. And then imagine our schools joined together. So like I was back with them. So I was just like, oh my god, I'm back.
Again.
But by that point, I had developed like my own personality. I was like a different. I had new friends and they were really nice. So when they came over, that wasn't really. They wasn't really allowed because they came to our school.
But do you feel like with like growing up and watching yourself evolve within your age, do you feel like that trauma that you faced back in, you know, year 7, year 8 and stuff, you thought about it, like were you aware of it? Did it affect your life in any way?
Well, growing now?
Yeah, like no, just like in overall, like whether it's now, whether it was like 2 years ago, did it affect how you acted in any way?
I think when you experience something so young, you have coping mechanisms. So I know, like my best friend Hope always says it, when a situation could be the worst thing and I'll make a joke out of it, but I think that's my way of coping with things. So I'll make banter out of things that are serious, and she's just like, she laughs, but she's like, why do you do this? And I'm like, I think this is how I cope actually.
Wow.
So I think maybe that, and like now I'm a little less caring of what people think, because I know people will just chat anyway, if that makes sense. So yeah and no, but then on the flip side it kind of made me more like, if you know me or anyone that knows me, they know like I care, like I over
really
care.
You really
like
do.
if I'm posting something on Instagram, I'm like, are you sure? Is it okay? Or if I want to write something, I know.
In that sense.
Or if I know something, like I should say something that people want to hear, like I'll overthink it. Like, is this the right thing? If I said it right? If I and I think I get that from being judged about things I had no control over, and I'm thinking like, why? Like, why don't you like me? Why this? Why that? So I think now I question a lot of things.
Wow.
But I think I've had to like try and train myself to not question everything.
Do you think with way social media exploding and how you're quite at the forefront of your brand?
Yeah.
Do you think because of that also puts more pressure on you to be more cautious about what you say online and what kind of stand that you have?
I don't know about cautious, but it makes me more like the longer it goes on, I feel like maybe I need to speak on certain things. Like I was saying to you before, if you follow me on Instagram, for the most part, I don't really talk. Like, I'll post and like my snap something, but I don't talk me physically. Like, hey guys, so, or I feel like this. I don't really do much of that. But as time goes on, I kind of feel like even me saying to you now about the whole like when I was younger and I got bullied and the suicidal thing and all that kind of stuff. I've never had a conversation with anyone.
You like kind of express that?
Like my close friends, but not publicly. But the only reason why I feel like, okay, maybe I should is because I feel like I get a lot of DMs from girls like, okay, how do you start a business? I feel like I've been bullied and like I just don't have no confidence, and I feel like maybe even if I reach to 1% of my people who follow me, then maybe that you might be on the brink. Do you know what I'm saying? And maybe that might stop you, or you might want to give up, and maybe that will give you the push to carry on. So I feel like even though I don't feel comfortable that much speaking about it, if it helps someone, then
I love that.
Fuck it.
Do you know what? I really want
Fuck it.
I actually.
Fuck it.
Fuck
No, I'm
it.
joking.
I really want to understand, like, when you first started your business, did you have the intention for it to kind of do as well as it's currently doing now? Not as well.
No.
Wow.
But that's why I don't know if you like. I'll never chat and then I'll just talk. Like I'll do like not talk, but I'll write like
your
this about
stories.
business or
yeah. You
but
do.
that's because when I'm telling you, when I'm writing that, it's not like I'm just chilling and I think, oh fuck it, I'll just write that. That's because that's a very bad day in business.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think we're doing up this highlight reel thing.
Yeah.
Cool. But where's the realness? Because this ain't easy. This is hard.
Like, that's the thing, though. I think like social media is like glamorized, like the idea of being an entrepreneur and being like, having a fashion brand, etc. Like it's this easy process. So for you and being someone who's been doing it for so long, how do you feel about that? Like so many people are like, I want to own my own business, which is fine, but I feel like it's so over glamorized right now that people don't see the real truth about it.
Well, to be honest, that's the reason why like I wanted to do this with you, because majority of people only share their struggles once they've reached a certain stage, like when they're cool, when they're financially when they're this, or when things are just, do you know what I mean? They're just coasting, like it's cool. Whereas no one speaks about it when they're going through it. And I feel like because I have, again, like so many girls message me about starting a company, even if it's not fashion, just a business, period. They don't know what it's like, so I feel like you're setting them up to fail, because if you're only telling them when you've succeeded, which not everybody does, when they go through the hardships, they're more likely to quit, because they're going to be like, okay, so on social media, when you have a business, social media shows that it's always good. Like, it's easy, it's lit, you're flying here, there, like, designer this, designer that. No, like, it's not that. Like, it's not that. Like, even, I work with Trapstar, the guys at Trapstar, they've done this for like 10 plus years, and now they're where they are. But they've gone through it prior to that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it is a graph. So I feel like me and my little voice, if I can be a bit more vocal and let people know that it's hard. Like that's why I call it the trenches. If you're ready to go through the mud, because there's been times where my friends will be in their corporate jobs and stuff, and I'll be slaving like 24/7, and they're making more money than me, and I can't afford a holiday. Like back in the day, I wouldn't be able to afford a holiday or this or that. And that shit's what happened. Like you have to make those short-term sacrifices for the long-term goal. So if this is your plan, just know the sacrifices you're going to be giving ain't going to want to be the things that you really want to give up, if that makes sense. So your holidays, your designer clothes, your seeing your family all the time, like all those things.
Sacrifice you have to let go of.
No.
How long did you think it's taken you to get to the position that you are in terms of understanding and owning, all right, cool, there are sacrifices that I need to make in order for me to get to the place that I want to be?
I feel like I used to come home every day when I was in a relationship, and I used to be like, one day I'll be happy, next day I'll be sad, next day I'll be happy, next day I'll be sad, and I was thinking, like, this is because of my business, but you can't allow it to like jolt your emotions so much, because even when you're successful, you're still gonna find new obstacles to bombard you with. Do you get it?
I get you.
So you kind of have to find some type of happy medium. When things are great, you're still here. When things are bad, you're still here. So you can still do this, if you get what I mean. Otherwise, you're like this 24/7
all the time,
and then you make erratic decisions.
So what is your balance then? What keeps you sane?
That's
because I'm like, I go online, I watch the reel, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy for like 5 minutes now. So what's your method?
What is my method? That's kind of good, actually. I don't
know. Girl, I don't know. What's that?
I don't think I ever thought about that. Do you know what it is? I need a day to be in my feelings. Let me be in my feelings for that day, and then when that day passes and I stop feeling sorry for myself, I'll figure it out.
Fine.
Like, I'll figure it out. Like, no matter what it is, somehow, whether that's help or whatever it is, I will figure it out. But I need that day to let me do my moaning.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And then I'll be okay.
With like so many, fast fashion coming to life of recent, and some of them copying like your designs, or just stealing something from Mama's Boutique, and you being the person who actually creates these designs, how do you handle that?
What's that saying?
I don't know.
Girl, I
don't know.
What saying you talking about? What is it? You know what it is.
I mean, I don't.
Intimidation is a synonym of flattering. What is it?
Oh, I mean, I get where you're going. Like,
you know what I'm on about?
Something about flattering.
Yeah, like when people copy, like, it's flattering.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Imitation is the art.
No.
Imitation
is... Listen, it is what it is.
Do you know what? Cool.
But that one. It is for a minute, and then it just becomes disrespectful. And like, I get, like, nothing's original. We all get inspiration from different places, and that's fine. Be inspired. Like, people inspire me all the time. People who don't realize they inspire me all the time inspire me. But give credit where credit's due. Like, you know, some people, they wholesale in businesses, and that's fine. Which means that, you know, they're already pre-made, you're just picking what you like.
Just buying
but
and
some
selling.
people are really behind their bedroom doors,
Sitting.
designing that, finding the fabric,
Yeah.
going back and forth with their manufacturer, spending money on samples to get
Yeah.
it right. For someone then to come along and just, like, and it usually tends to be indie brands. And, unfortunately, for the most part, it tends to be black brands that it's done to. And I feel like, if we don't speak up, it's just gonna keep on being done. It's like, if someone, like if you have a little brother, my little brother, he constantly steals my combs. If I just allowed him to, he's gonna carry on doing it. If I stop it, I put a lock on my door when I used to live at my mum's.
No, you didn't.
And he couldn't do it anymore. So you have to like, I feel like you have to be more vocal for people to, they might still do it, but they might at least second guess.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who might have even smaller brands than mine and not say anything, but they work so hard. And I feel like it should be put out there. Like, why not? Like, these people are capitalizing
Of what you're
off
doing.
of your hard work. No
creativity,
way.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that.
You said some stuff like recent, like on your platform about, you know, people copying your stuff, and you've been very direct about it. And I loved it because I responded. I was like, go Chloe, yeah. But do you now feel like it's a part of your job to continuously like stand up for not just your brand, but other brands who are also independent and, you know, new brands, and they're getting copied?
Well, yeah, that's the reason why I did it. I mean, if you imagine like you're eating that, and I'm constantly just like, I'll take that, and you ain't got nothing to
Please don't
eat.
do that.
Okay, so when people are constantly taking from your plate, obviously you'll make more food. Cool, but there has to be a point where you have to kind of say to someone, listen, I respect your hustle, respect mine. Do you know what I mean? You ain't got to say it in a certain way. It just needs to be like, let's respect each other. Because in the fashion industry, it's female empowerment, right? So let's respect it then. Let's not respect it with quotes and respect it with, I don't know, events about female empowerment, but nothing's ever done from it. Let's do it in the sense of, you're a woman or a man, whatever. You have a business that's fast fashion. I respect what you're doing. Congrats, it's sick. Respect me. That's it. Like, you don't have to go fire to fire with people. It's just like a respect thing. That's it.
You mentioned being someone who has a fashion brand, and like obviously people copying like what you do and all that great stuff. How do you feel about like new people? You know, when people approach you asking you about, you know, how do I get to like where you are at? Or like, do you ever feel what type of way about giving people advice about how to get to the next step about what they're doing?
No, because I've had help. People have guided me. So who am I to not
help other people?
Yeah, everyone gets help. Let's not talk shit here. Do you know what I mean? Everyone gets some form of help, whether it's a little bit or it's a bit more. But I feel like if it's not harming you, what's the problem? Because if you're solid in your brand and you're solid in your vision, what someone else does ain't gonna throw you off what you're doing anyway. They're not gonna take food off of your plate. Do you get it? You need to be confident in what you're doing. So I feel like if someone messages me, like I remember there was a girl who messaged me. I don't really do like kudos to those who do it sick, like paid posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
you never do them?
I've done it like once, I think.
Did you find it helpful?
I mean, that's just not the route I'm going down.
Yeah.
With certain brands, yeah, but it tends to be a conflict of interest because it's going to be fast fashion brands.
Okay.
You know that do approach me. So like, I'm all here for that. But there was one girl who approached me, and she was like, "Oh, like I'll pay you to wear one of my dresses," and she was younger than me and all these types of things. And I thought, why would you? No, like I'll just wear it. It's cool, and I'll thank you, whatever. Because why am I gonna? I don't need it. Like it's rude. No, it's not rude, but for me,
it's not
my moral ground.
Yeah.
Because when I needed people to wear my stuff, they did it, and they didn't ask me to.
I love that.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been in that position, and people help me. So now they're in that position, and I'm in a bit of a better position. Then I'll follow through and do the same thing for you.
That. So many brands talk about female empowerment and doing right by women and all that kind of stuff. And I know a lot, for me anyway, it's very eyebally because I don't really see them doing a lot for the female empowerment industry at all, right? And I know that you do, like you genuinely like have this innate love for women and wanting women to win, because I see it with the way you comment on other women's pictures.
Yeah, I have to try to find new comments to give because I feel like I'm repetitive.
You're repeating yourself, but it's so sick. Even the dinner that you did, the She Will dinner, like I really love and appreciate it. Do you feel like with these brands who always continue to talk about, you know, female empowerment and them not actually following up and doing something about it or anything to do with it, how do you feel about that?
feel like I see it,
Yeah. See what?
them doing what they're doing.
Okay.
And I think if they choose not to act on it, then it kind of goes without saying what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Just for clout.
yeah. Whereas for me, you do that and cool, that's your thing, and that's how you do what you do.
Yeah.
But for me, like I think it's a lot deeper than that. So it's not like cool, you know, we can do the female empowerment post and we can do
Literally post.
Yeah, all that kind of jazz. But like even like you said with the dinner,
Yeah.
I could have easily invited just influencers.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't want that.
Didn't. I loved it.
No, because I
It's
work
sick.
with people
Yeah.
who make my business what it is.
Yeah.
So how can I not bring you with me?
Ooh,
Do you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I have a girl. She does like she builds apps and
Yeah.
she's crazy in the digital world.
Yeah.
So why is she not being put in? Or I have another girl. She does graphics and she's fucking cold.
Crazy.
Why is she
Yeah.
not there? Like,
Yeah.
why? Is it because of your following? But she helps you to make your money. She helps you to build your brand. So
Yeah.
they should be at those dinners because we're
Yes.
talking about female empowerment. We should be empowering women from all different sectors. You know, I don't care what your following is. I just care what you're bringing to the table. What you're bringing to the table
kind of impact
is
you're having.
adding to
Yeah.
the whole female empowerment
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So that's why I felt like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this dinner because it means more to me than just the post. I posted 1 or 2 pictures on the Instagram, like Mama's Boutique Instagram, but I didn't post that many. It wasn't like cool. It was like it went on social media, but it wasn't for social media. That wasn't the point of it.
You know the beautiful thing about the She Will dinner is that everybody literally got along. Like everybody was like
Yeah, oh
vibing
my
with
God.
each other.
And I was
like,
crying,
you
like,
remember
2
the
hours
dancing
before
bit?
that.
You were
Yeah.
crying.
Oh yeah, to my friend Wada, I was like, no one's gonna come. He's gonna be shit.
No way.
And she was like, and then I washed my hair and her hair dryer broke. So I was like, it's not meant to be, we're not meant to go. And she was like, Chloe, get a grip. So I was like, okay.
Get
got
a
it.
grip.
Yeah. So then we, you know, and it worked out fine. Like everybody was vibing with each other. Like we was dancing, we was
Yeah.
talking, like, and people was moving around the table.
Yeah.
It was sick.
It was sick. It was so sick.
I loved it.
Like, what's been the most rewarding part of everything that you do with Mama's Boutique and the other brands that you've worked for?
I would say when it comes to my brand, the most rewarding thing is, it sounds cliche as well, but making women feel good.
Okay.
But I also know that this is part of my journey, but not my purpose, my only purpose. It's
Okay.
my passion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like my purpose is bigger than me. So this is some of
On
it,
the way.
but this
Yeah.
is what I have to do
Yeah.
to make it bigger. Ah! And I,
You're so passionate, I just want to
Oh
throw
God!
that. Oh,
Yeah,
God. I'm so dead.
I feel like
You
this
good?
is what I got to do to make it bigger.
Have you always been someone who's been very cautious about, you know, walking in your purpose and like
No.
finding out what that is?
No, because I never like I said I started my brand young, so I
Yeah.
thought that was my purpose and that was just it. I was gonna just do this and this is what I was going for. But as
Yeah.
it got more and more, and then I started thinking about things that I've been
Well,
through.
you know what though, just to stop you there, but subconsciously I feel like you must have been aware because you, from the beginning, had the She Will hashtag.
So
From
that
the
actually
beginning.
the reason why that even came about is because my
What?
my really close family friend
Okay.
called Hayley.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would always stay with her, and she was like who I kind of grew up with from I was like 10 or something along those kind of lines. But she kind of installed like a certain moral ground in me, like a certain like drive in me, and certain how I should act. And she always had around her house, like when I go stay with her, like she will get up and go to the gym. She will make this much by the end of the month. She will do this. She will do it. So it was constantly like embedded, like da 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 da. It was in like her WhatsApp. It was her BBM. It was everywhere. And I feel like the more I was with her. And because I seen her flourish in her career, and she was a lovely woman, and if you had her in your life, that was like,
Great.
she's not replaceable.
Wow.
Do you get it? She's not
Jesus.
replaceable. Like, no, I've
That's
never met no one
amazing.
like her in my life, and I feel like she had that because she had that mantra in her head. So, yeah, I just kind of followed suit from her, and I got it from her.
Do you feel like you've been living with that mantra?
Yeah, 100%. Because sometimes there's times when I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna go and live abroad in a hut and fuck it all off. And then I'm like, nah, it's bigger than me. Actually,
She will.
Yeah, she will,
It's
even
crazy
though she
though.
don't wanna.
One of my
She
one of my
will.
best friends, when we first like joined Instagram, and I feel like your brand was one of the first brands we started following. how, like, it's just interesting to me to understand how much of an effect that hashtag she will had on me and her. No, because you talk about it all the time. Even when I told her that I was meeting you today, like, we were talking about when we were like 17 and we were talking about she will, and she'll say something, I'll be like, hashtag she will.
Oh!
Like, it's, but I can just imagine how much of an impact that would have.
Do you know what? It's a bit like, because my friends that are guys make jokes, they'll be like, he will, and I'm just like, or I won't want to do something, but they'll be like, she will, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I get it. But it means a lot to me. Like I said, I think, even though at the time that she will thing was just like a part of my life, like just daily, little, now it's got bigger because I feel like it's a bigger part of the purpose.
It
that
really
makes sense.
is, yeah.
Whereas when I started, it was just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna have a brand, I really like it, I really like just, but then I realised the things that I've gone through when I've been younger, like again, the bullying thing, my dad was in jail for more than 15, he got 22 years, I was with my mum, you know, you can just tell something's hard, and she was just like, I always used to say, she's like water resistant, like it comes when it just goes like this, like it just goes off her 24/7, and I just thought, nah, there's too many women around me for this to just be it. Do you know what I mean? There's unspoken women who are just going through it and they're just thriving, like they're still getting up. Like my mum had me and my brothers and stuff, and she's still getting up, she's still doing what she has to do, and I felt like, nah, this is a lot bigger than me at this point. So yeah, so I feel like in the last like 2 years, I would say, I feel like I have to do more. I have to be more vocal, even though I'm not really into it. I feel like I should, or I feel like
it's part of your purpose. Wow. How was like the experience of having your dad like in prison?
Well, disclaimer before, my dad's the best dad in the world. Like he's the sickest dad ever. I can go to my dad about anything. Like I told him stuff about me before I told my mum. Like me and my dad's like this. And he's so well educated, so he's educated me from everything, from black history to how I should act as a woman, how I should act as a girl, how I should, you know, when I be wrong or I be like in a relationship and I do something wrong, I go to him and he'd be like, nah, Will, this is you like you shouldn't have did that, or you know, you need to go say sorry, or he would put me in my place. So we've always still had a close relationship. However, you're forced to grow up, innit? Because at the time, it was my dad and my brother. 15.
Were your dad and your brother?
At the same time, yeah. And then my brother came out, and like he's made something of himself. He's doing great now. But
the cute one. The one I'm always like, hi, Chloe.
Yeah, that one.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so he's doing fucking sick for himself, and I'm so proud of him. But like, again, they was in jail, and my dad, he's actually out my birthday this year. So my birthday's in March, and that's when he comes out, because they got arrested on my birthday, like just after my birthday. Yeah. So he's done 11 years. So
wow.
Yeah, it can't, in the sense of like, it made me grow up quick. Wow. It made me feel like I have people that I have to protect, or I have to, like my little brother, anything he wants, even if I can't do it, he will get it. Like anything, because I feel like I have a certain obligation to him that I had to give, if that makes sense. But it forces you to grow up and become a lot older, and you know, I guess fell earlier, but then it makes you, when you get older, you don't have to go through those things.
How does he feel about what you're doing? Like,
he's mad supportive. Like, he used to write me business plans and send them to me, or like I'll go on a visit and he'll be like, cool, the whole visit we're gonna do a business plan and and all these kind of things. So yeah, like I said, he's a great guy. Shit happens, and I just feel like I have to, like, even this. Again, unless you know me, you don't know where the hell my dad is, or do you know what I'm saying? You don't know those things. But again, people are going through things daily, and we're not showing, or we're not telling nothing. All we're showing is
cute,
and that's all we're showing, and it's just like, well, what else?
Don't kill me.
What else?
Yeah, there's something more.
People are becoming depressed, or people are becoming demotivated, and it's because all they're seeing is success. That's a lie. Let's not lie. Like, whether that's you've got family issues, or whether, you know, relationship issues, or business issues, you're going through something. I don't care what you say.
Have you know, I remember the post and I asked you, and I was like, oh, who's this? The one about the therapist. Have you ever been therapy?
Yeah.
How was therapy for you? And what made you even like decide to go into that?
I think I didn't speak about anything for so long, so I was just constantly like trying to, and then the thing that was that I went through when I was young affected me in my adult life, not my childhood.
Ooh,
So when
okay.
I was younger, it didn't affect me because I was just
whatever.
doing what I was doing with my friends.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. Do you know what I mean? It's like, whatever. I was like, my dad's in jail, I can stay out later. It's cool. At the time when you're young, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I got older, it was just like, nah, this is actually a problem. And I think I need to sort this out, because if I don't deal with it, I'm just going to keep passing it down.
Wow,
Because I remember reading a thing the other day and it was like, there's trauma and then there's generational trauma. So like your mum might have gone through something and she ain't dealt with it and she spoke to you about it, now you're dealing with it. Fuck that, I'm not doing that.
Wow.
I'm not on it at all.
Have you found therapy beneficial for you though? You're really trying to clean this lip gloss?
Because I can see it and it's just like...
Wait, let me just do it on my paper.
And then it's this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah, I did, because, like, I don't know, I was a bit wary at first, and then like I read this thing and it was just like, try different therapists. It said try different therapists, men and women. Try different therapists of races, because sometimes you might go to, or I might go to a black therapist, or I might go to an Indian therapist, and because of our culture, we might have a bit more of a better understanding of each other. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I feel like some people just shun it off. Like, I've had people go that I know go to therapy and they're just like, nah, fuck that, I'm not going again. And I'm like, no, try someone else, or try this, or try that. Like, you have to speak to someone. I don't care what anyone says. Eventually,
is that what made you like post that though, like about that woman?
Yeah.
Because I reached out, so I was like, hey.
Because she messaged me.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, nah, you gotta share this with someone, because what if someone just needs it now? Like, what if they need help right now, today? Like, you can't just keep this in your DMs. Like, you're just getting patterned in your DMs. You're just being helped in your DMs on the slide, but you don't want to let other people know or help other people. Like, and the thing is, since I've been more vocal about, not necessarily, like, I've not been this vocal like what I've had in this conversation here, but I've been a lot more vocal about like maybe anxiety or this or that, or how, you know, business is hard, and people message me, and I think, so if there was someone and there was a therapist and they was online and you know you can DM them, maybe you would. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you would. Maybe
especially when you know it's private.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt like I had an obligation to be vocal on it.
Brings me to my next question for you. With your younger self looking at you, would they be happy with the point that you are at right now?
Fucking hell, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I couldn't see why I wouldn't. Like, I always try and say to myself, like, when situations happen, I always think, okay, cool. Whether that's like, I'll just use, for example, let's just say you're in a relationship, you broke up or whatever.
Yeah.
And what I would say to myself now, to my younger self, like, nah, man, you can't be stressing like this, or have your moment, let it pass, and keep it moving. Like, I don't know, so I feel like I would be, because I feel like when I look back on things that I would say to myself, now I'm doing it. Do you get it? So I feel like I'd be quite confident in that,
What do you think, like, out of everything that you've done so far, would be like the one thing that you've done in your career that your younger self would be like, oh my gosh, Chloe, what the hell? Like, in a good way, obviously.
This, speak about it.
Really?
Yeah, because, like,
wow.
You might see me on my Instagram at the manufacturers, or you might see me at the warehouse. You see those things, and those are things I'm already proud of. The things that I'm proud of, when you're going through stuff, you're going through it in your room or at home, innit?
By yourself.
So for me to come here and then speak about it, it's like, fucking hell, like, I'm actually talking about things that I don't really know how it makes me feel, but I don't really care, because I think, as I said, the purpose is bigger than me. So if
just
I'm,
live with
like, if someone could, even if someone's watching, you know, this, and they're just like, I resonate with that, or I've been through that, then that's it. That's it.
This is like making my face glow up.
Do you know what I mean?
Much.
That's what
100,
I come to do.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy about this conversation.
Same. I mean, I've got a long way to go. Oh God.
I've got like nothing left. So
I mean, I've got a long way to go, but
you're on the way.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, 100%.
And we're good. Did you spill it?